This is like a Woodstock of maple. This is really cool. Thanks for coming tonight. Welcome to the Focal Point. I am so excited to have tonight. This is the first of a series of songwriter showcases that we're going to be presenting. It's a little bit different than the Songbird Cafe, if you're familiar with that, which we also base out of this room. We are focusing on St. Louis-based songwriters. The way this whole thing started 3 years ago is I was kind of bored during the pandemic, and I said, I've got this room, and so I said, we could use it for a songwriters group. So I started a songwriters group, and that expanded to a second songwriters group, and that's going very well. And then I'm sitting there thinking, I've got all these great, talented people in the songwriters group, and it would be so good to get them on stage because this is where they belong. We have some really great songwriters in St. Louis, and you're going to see a wide diversity of styles tonight. And that's really kind of my goal. St. Louis has a very rich group of singer-songwriters, very diverse. Usually when you think of singer-songwriters, you think of Americana, you think of folk music, and that's all good, that's true, but we also have different styles. And so for the focal point to be able to present something like this is really what our sweet spot is. The focal point is committed to bringing different styles of music to the St. Louis scene. So I would encourage you to sign up for our newsletter. We have a QR code that you can click on and sign up because we have no budget for advertisement or marketing. We depend on emails and word of mouth, and so we try to do things on a shoestring budget, but we really appreciate you guys coming tonight. So tonight, the artists are going to get 25% of whatever we took in tonight. We're not taking any money. They think we're going to pay a rent, but I decided that we're not going to pay the rent. We're just going to give it all to the artists just because they deserve it. And so with that, the way we're going to work is we're going to have the four musicians on the stage. Each in turn will play a song, and we'll go through 3 songs. And then when they each finish 3 songs, they'll take a break. We'll have an intermission, and then they'll come back after that, and we'll do a little bit of another 2 songs each. So with that, that's how we're going to do it. Now, I do want to point out that there are a little bit of merch in the back there. So during the intermission, I would encourage you to go back and spend your money and help music in St. Louis. And let's see. Now I just want to introduce a little bit about the groups or the people in the group or in the songwriters group. So the first one I want to talk about is Ryan Cheney. He is actually on the board of the Focal Point, and he is a well-known musician around St. Louis. He's been in all kinds of bands over the years. Some of my favorite is the Pokey Lafarge group he was in, and he also played with the Rum Drum Ramblers, which I just love to no end. But currently he's in the Goldenrods and the So Grand Polka Band, and he's also has a project called the New Missouri Fox Hunters. And he brings a real different style of music. He has an old time bent to him, but he does some really good creative stuff, and I'm looking forward to what he's bringing. And then we have Shane. Shane Devine is going to be right here, and Shane is in my songwriters group, and he is one of the most creative people I know. He does not write what you would call middle of the road, mainstream kind of stuff. He's very creative, and I really appreciate his songs, and he's one of the better songwriters in the St. Louis area. So I'm so excited to have Shane with us. And then we have Steve Perrone. Steve Perrone is interesting. He plays around. He also has a I'm sorry. I'm not into the spotlight thing, so it was actually that light was in my eyes, so I had to move over. But Steve runs an open mic at the Wolf Cafe on Clayton Road, and every Tuesday evening, and he has some incredibly talented people. I don't know if you make a lot of showcase, or excuse me, open mics like that. But I've been to many open mics, and a lot of them are duds. A lot of them are just like people come up and play a little bit and not very interesting. Over the years, Steve has been doing this for many, many years. Over the years, Steve has acquired a group of highly talented singer-songwriters, and they come up on Tuesdays, and you really get a good earful. It's really, really worth your while. If you ever get a chance to go to the Wolf Cafe on Tuesdays, it's 6 o'clock, I think. And then he also, the interesting thing is he's an Emmy-winning news producer for Channel 4. He's retired, but he's won Emmys. I mean, this guy knows all kinds of stuff, and he's very interesting to talk to if you ever get a chance to. Then Ryan Cheney is going to be sitting there, the second over. And Ryan is in a band called Fivefold, and he also plays out solo. The thing that's interesting about Ryan is if you go to Spotify and look up his band, he has songs that are streamed in the millions. He has one song that has streamed 14 million times. And I don't, if you're not into streaming, you don't understand how significant that is. But the people I go and listen to on the stream, if they have 1,000 streams, I'm like, oh, that's a lot. And I went to look him up, and I'm like, I had to double check. Like, really? That's 14 million? It's like, yeah, okay. So he is really talented. So I just have to say that we have some great talent on stage. Thank you for coming. You guys are not going to be disappointed. And with that, I'd like to introduce the group. Come on out, guys. Are you there? Okay, let's give them a hand. Let's see if we can clap.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
Hi. Hi, Ryan.
I really cannot see anybody. That's true. It really does work like that.
Will, you going to take it away, Ryan? One.
Oh, I'm the starter?
I think I just made you the starter. Yeah.
Well, I've been told that we need to check our tunings. Still good. Well, let's see. I've also been told that it's story time. So this violin's got an interesting story. Got this from one Jeff Seitz, you may recognize from Channel 9. He is a very good violin maker. He did not make this one, but this one is an exposition violin, so it would have been sold at either the World's Fair here or the World's Fair in Chicago, or whoever tried to do it after us. I'm not sure what they were thinking. But yeah, so over 100 years old.
Cool.
So I'm going to do a song on this that I wrote a long time ago, not quite 100 years ago. But, based on true stories, mostly true stories, that happened to me while I was in Knoxville, Tennessee, famed home of one fiddler, Roy Acuff, before he went and joined the Opry. And there was at least one time I was in Knoxville after I had written this song, once again, a long time ago, that a radio spot opened. I've done the radio there several times, but a radio spot opened, and I said, you got to come in and do a song. So I went down the street to my friend's music shop, because I didn't have a fiddle with me at the time, borrowed a fiddle, went down the street again to the radio, played this song on the radio, and went and returned the fiddle. Fortunately, as you saw on the TV screen, my band, the Goldenrods, have a record coming out in the beginning of March. This song is not on that, but we are going to get to play that same radio station and do this same song again about stuff in Knoxville. Bumming around in Knoxville town, trying to spend my pay. Bumming around in Knoxville town all day, oh my Lord. Bumming around in Knoxville town all day. Sit me down in Knoxville town, eat eggs with a spoon. Knoxville town all afternoon, oh my Lord. Knoxville town all afternoon. Lay me down in Knoxville town, money it got stole. Knoxville town at nighttime can be cold, oh my Lord. Knoxville town at nighttime can be cold and rough. Thank you. So do we pass left then?
Check. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Dude, bro, that was amazing. That was fantastic. What I thought was funny is like each one of us, like I was looking over, like I was already like kind of doing this with my foot, and I looked around and like they were both doing it. Like that was fantastic.
I know the microphone was shaking pretty bad.
Yeah.
Look at that. Gotta watch it.
Can you guys hear that? There we go. So this song is called Atomic Lover. So I'm a pretty big video gamer. I play this game called Fallout. You know, it's set in a post-apocalyptic world. But there's a radio station in the game that plays these like 50s versions of like, you know, like just post-apocalyptic love songs. And so I'd listened to it and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do that. So I wrote this song about it. Like, I guess in my own version, what would I hear on that? So this song is called Atomic Lover, and hope you guys enjoy it. Mushroom cloud lighting up the sky, sort of like that fire in your eye. Feel the thunder, you're such a wonder, my atomic lover. Dynamite blast as we kiss, breaking down all my defense. senses sense this might be the end of us atomic lover. And I don't wanna be alone at the end of the fold out there, saying doomsday's close, gotta get out. You're radiating so much beauty, only a matter of time till I feel explosions inside of me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped in, my heart stopped it. Now I'm pulling apart. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside of me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover. Mushroom cloud lighting up the sky, sort of like that fire in your eye. Feel the thunder, such a wonder, my atomic lover. And I don't wanna be alone at the end of the fold out there, saying doomsday's close, gotta get out. You're radiating so much beauty, only a matter of time. Yeah, till I feel explosions inside of me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped in, my heart stopped it. Now I'm falling apart. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside of me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover, and she's a one-way ticket to my end of the world. And even if it's up in flames, I feel the same by my atomic girl. Yeah. And she's a one-way ticket to my end of the world. So let it all go up in flames. I feel the same by my atomic girl. I still feel explosions inside me like an atom bomb. I must have missed when the missiles dropped in, my heart stopped it. I feel safe in her arms. She flew in like a wildfire, burning me with desire to know what it means to burn. I still feel explosions inside of me like an atom bomb. My atomic lover. My atomic lover, yeah. My atomic lover.
Well, we're starting off good. So he mentioned the open mic and all the songwriters we have. Everybody over here is a singer-songwriter from the Wolf, so I'm extremely nervous. They're all really good. And my brother's here. He's a really good singer-songwriter, too. I'm probably missing some. And one of our new players, Emily, is here. She came all the way from Herman tonight for this. So thank you, Emily. So for the first 3 songs we're doing for the first part of the program, all of my songs are going to have strong local links. And this first one, first of all, isn't it great to be doing live music again with people? So this first song I'm playing is the first song I wrote during the pandemic. I wrote it during the lockdown. I live in Brentwood, and during the lockdown, remember that? You couldn't go anywhere except grocery shopping and I was working at home, and at least where I lived in Brentwood, and I know this was going on all over the country, every day near the end of the afternoon, people would just start streaming out of their houses like ants out of an anthill and start walking. And so I wrote this song. It's called Pandemic Parade, about that phenomenon. We're going for a walk, a little walk, a little talk. Maybe take a little chalk, draw a happy little picture on somebody's sidewalk. Another day, another dime, now it's quitting time. But I don't have to drive home, I'm already here alone, just me and the wife. We'd really like to go to town, but everything is shut down. Every bar is closed, every joint we know, every movie house around. But every day around 5, the neighborhood comes alive. People strolling in the streets smile at everyone they meet to a pandemic beat. They're tired of being sad, tired of being mad. So they started up a fad saying hi to all the neighbors that they never knew they had. So we're going for a walk, a little walk, a little talk. Maybe take a little chalk, draw a happy little picture on somebody's sidewalk. 'Cause it's a pandemic parade, strolling in the sun or in the shade. Life gave us a lemon, gonna add a little sugar, make a little lemonade. Let's walk. Trying hard to play nice, follow all of the advice. But I've done every puzzle, read every book we had, read some of them twice. So we're going for a walk, a little walk, a little talk. Maybe take a little chalk, draw a happy little picture on somebody's sidewalk. 'Cause it's a pandemic parade, strolling in the sun or in the shade. Life gave us a lemon, gonna add a little sugar, make a little lemonade. And here we go. My favorite verse. What'll we do next? Maybe send the wife a text. I could drink a little beer, you could drink a lot of wine, and we could have a little Nah, we're going for a walk, a little walk, a little talk. Maybe take a little chalk, draw a happy little picture on somebody's sidewalk. 'Cause it's a pandemic parade, strolling in the sun or in the shade. Life gave us a lemon, gonna add a little sugar, make a little lemonade. Life gave us a lemon, gonna add a little sugar, make a little lemonade. Let's walk. Howdy, neighbor. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Thank you.
That was extremely delightful.
Thank you. By the way, my wife's in Texas, so she's only heard that last verse maybe one time. She thought it was funny.
The first song that I'm going to sing is going to be on this instrument, so I might as well introduce the instrument. This is a child pump organ that it was made sometime in the 40s. I don't know exactly when. But basically a toy that I found somewhere down the line. And I think it makes a great noise. And the song that I'm going to sing, it might have a familiar melody to you, but we will talk about that later. I have a chicken that has no bones. I live in a graveyard with no gravestones. There's a panda in the forest that won't eat bamboo. I travel white waters without a canoe. And I have a baby that does not cry. She needs no cooing, no hush-a-bye. The brook will not babble, and the cattle won't moo when I recite the story of I love you. And just like a rainbow that does not bend, the story of I love you has no end. The story of I love you has no end. I go out riding my old gray mare. We smell the wild onion and the Bradford pear. There is one cherry blooming and a crab apple too. My love is approaching, I sing cuckoo. And just like a rainbow that does not bend, the story of I love you has no end. The story of I love you has no end.
That was freaking awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I'll tell you, if the melody sounded familiar, that song, I based it off of the Riddle song, which is a fairly well-known folk song. Some of the lyrics were derived from the Riddle song.
That's why it was confusing.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it for 2 seconds, Ryan, you might figure it out.
Well, riddle me that. So here's one without words. I guess I didn't see the singer in front of the songwriter for a while. It's one that I wrote in the style of classical banjo or ragtime banjo, you know, my favorite 90s music. Wes Osman was one of the popular players in this style. Wes Osman is buried outside of St. Louis. I don't know why, other than I think his son did some vaudeville time here. If anyone knows more information about that, feel free to let me know. So this was a song that was written on some guitars for the banjo. The guitars' names were the Marvel and the Gremlin. But I found out that if you Googled Marvel Gremlin, there was a comic book that had the Gremlin in it for a long time. So I changed it to Marvelous Gremlin, and now you find nothing when you Google it. Now, this song is on the record that we recently made with the So Grand Polka Band, so Shane's played it before, and I won't subject him to it now.
Please.
I've heard it's a rag. Usually I get a break for someone else to play the lead. So that was my arthritic limit right there.
It's great.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Marvelous.
Yes.
Yeah,
No one-
marvelous.
someone had to say it.
So this next song I'm gonna play is called "Simulation Jesus." It's kind of a heavy hitter, I guess, maybe, depending on how you look at it.
Hey, I'm doing a Jesus song next.
Are
too.
you really?
Yes.
Ah,
Kind of.
Theme?
I am.
yeah.
Yes.
So, so like a lot of people, I was raised very, very religious, and I not that I've lost that, not that I've lost the religion part of it. I would believe, I would know actually, but I'm not really sure my opinions on the rest of it. And so being an adult now and thinking back about it, this song is kind of I guess a diverging into does it matter? Did it matter to me at that point? Like if it was real or not? You know what I mean? The intention was always to find answers, and the intention was always to find understanding, and it led to understanding. So I guess the song is just about when I was young and trying to understand, trying to reach out to someone above myself for some understanding, some clearance on what to do in my life, if it mattered, if there was someone up there listening, or if I was just speaking to the universe, you know. So that's what the song's about, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, there we go.
There we go.
I wanna go back to the river ever since I lost my faith. Baptize me in the mighty Mississippi just for me to lose my way. But I've lost faith in God. Will He lose faith in me? I wanna go back to the river. Can you set me free? Well, I guess it's how it goes. Fairy tales meant to be told. Shake 'em off when you get old, but you're too young to feel this. I wanna go back to the river. Therapist said it's best. Have some faith in something bigger. Water's gonna take all my stress. But I've lost faith in man. Why would God have faith in them? So I'm going back down to the river. Take me by the hands. Well, I guess it's how it goes. Fairy tales meant to be told. Shake 'em off when you get old, but you're too young. Simulation, Jesus coming down for me. Can you hear me, Jesus? You still care for me. Down by the river. Simulation, Jesus coming down for me. Thank you.
All right, well, I got one too. This is my only message song of the night. And keeping with the local theme, I wrote this over the summer, about 1.5 miles from here, in downtown Webster, right down here. I was riding my bike down Lockwood. And I didn't know this at the time, but there's a stretch of Lockwood that's known as Church Row. It's just filled with all these big, massive churches. And I'm riding by one, this huge limestone, beautiful old church, cathedral-like. I think it's the United Church of Christ. I'm not sure of that. And on the front lawn is a huge plywood construction type sign that says for sale. And I went, wow. Did a little research, found out they just don't have the people anymore. And this is something I think about a lot. And so I wrote this song. By the time I got home on my bike, I had this pretty much written. This is called All the Churches. What'll we do with all the churches when folks stop coming through the door? What's gonna come of all the pews when no one's sitting there no more? What's gonna happen to all the preachers when there's no one there left to lecture to? No more priests, no more pastors, here and now and ever after, no religion dogging you. Sometimes I just can't help but wonder when our church-going days are through. Up there in the holy yonder, the great big God beyonder, what will Jesus do? And where we gonna put all the prayer books, the candles, statues from the ceiling to the floor? How we gonna fill up all our Sundays? Well, maybe we'll have time to love each other more. Sometimes I just can't help but wonder when our church-going days are through. Up there in the holy yonder, the great big God beyonder, what will Jesus do? Well, I think he just might crack a smile and say, this is what I wanted from the start. I've tried to tell you all the while, you don't need no church, just hold me in your heart. See, I don't need no big cathedral made of mortar, brick, and stone. I'm not a king looking for worship. Don't wear a crown, don't have a throne. So don't you worry about them churches as they slowly disappear. When they're all gone one by one and the genuflecting's done, don't worry, I'll be here. Ain't gonna need no second coming, I'm already here. Thanks.
You all will be delighted to know that that is not the last time that you'll hear the word genuflect tonight.
Yeah.
I kind of thought I was going to be the only one. I'm glad I'm in good company.
Yes.
This next song, I guess I would call a semi-educational punchline song. It's about a battle in the Civil War that is known by 3 names today. Either the Battle of Bull Run, the Battle of Manassas, or the Picnic Battle. And the reason that it's called The Last Thing is because where the battlefield was fairly close to Washington, D.C. And for some reason, the Washington elite thought that war was a spectator sport. So they showed up with their picnic blankets and things like that to watch the war. And they quickly realized, well, they were expecting a quick Union victory, and it turned out not to go that way. And then they all got scared, and they caused a traffic jam on the way back to D.C. that also has a name in history books. The traffic jam is known as the Great, what is it called? The Great Skedaddle. Thank you. Oh my God, we've got a Civil War buff out here. I heard skedaddle. The Great Skedaddle. So anyway, it's very good song fodder. And it also goes to show that sometimes satire sort of writes itself. In any case, maybe I won't touch that. This is called I Had a Picnic on the Great Battlefield. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. I set down my blanket by a saber and a shield. The violent nature of man was revealed when I had a picnic on the great battlefield. First I had crackers and a tin of smoked trout. I wanted foie gras, but the grocery was out. The infantry charged and the enemy squealed. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. While dressing a bratwurst with mustard and kraut, I noticed the cavalry scalping a scout. So I took out a grapefruit and I ripped off the peel. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. My heart, it was racing and I started to sweat when a soldier approached me with a raised bayonet. I brandished my toothpick and I told him to yield. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. He said, don't be silly, now put down your shiv. If you give me some food, I'll allow you to live. I picked at my teeth and I said, it's a deal. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. He ate and he drank till his belly was full, and as he was leaving, he took the last roll. I looked at the ravaged remains of my meal. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. The battle was over. I got up to go, and I thanked the survivors for a bloody good show. I turned as the general's coffin was sealed. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. I had a picnic on the great battlefield. Thank you.
Delicious.
In a good way. Very good way.
Well, let that one pick my next one. While we're on silly food songs. Here's one that I wrote for the polka band as well. So one day while I was in Michael Holt's house, my neighbor who's in the back of the room, we were having a party, and our friend Larry brought some party potatoes and they were pretty good. They kind of lacked salt. They weren't the most popular dish there. And at one point, we're all in the front room of this shotgun house, and we look back, and there's Larry in the back room, slowly spooning the party potatoes into his mouth. And someone turns to me and says, "Look what crazy Cousin Eddie's doing." And someone else turns to me and says, "You better make it a polka." So I did. Close enough for a banjo. Hey everybody, you better get ready, because here he comes. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie. You'll have the time of your life. Don't believe me? Well, I'll show you. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. I've grazed too much already, so hurry up, come over. Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. Toasted ravioli marinara on the side. A pasta salad Eddie just said you have to try. Lasagna, muscatoli, baked spaghetti, get a loada. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. There's stuffing and there's gravy and a green bean casserola. And Eddie's mom is baking her famous dinner rolls. Cooler's full and ready with water, beer, and soda at Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka. I've grazed too much already, so hurry up, come over. Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota. It's Crazy Cousin Eddie's Party Potato Polka.
That's fantastic.
Silly food.
I want to meet this guy. I love a good potato polka. This song is called "Mr. Head in the Clouds."
Send me away, or give me a break. I said I'm tired of living like a circle. One day's bliss and next day's avalanche. I'm pissed that life ain't how it ought to be. Just broken down machinery that sure needs an update. Yeah. Damn all the fates and damn these opinions. You said rise above and look down from a loftier place. Well, I'm just in the thick of it, man. Woe is me, no one's listening through a big pity party, but didn't invite my friends. Well, is this what you wanted when you were a boy, just strumming guitars, singing to Matchbox and dreaming of being a star? You'll be okay, okay, okay. When you come back down, it's gonna be okay, okay, okay. Oh, Mr. Head in the Clouds. Oh, Mr. Head in the Clouds. Yeah. pass me a drink, put me on the wagon. I've been slacking, feeling tragic in these fever dreams. You suspect that it's simply midlife crisis. Your advice is don't fight it, just ride the waves. And this is what I wanted when I married that girl at the top of the world. Get her a shoulder to cry on when she gave me her. And I said that it would be okay, okay, okay. You can come back down, it's gonna be okay, okay, okay. Oh, Mr. Head in the clouds, will you come back down to the people that love you and want you to be well? With your head in the clouds, you can see everyone else is going through the same thing you've been singing about. Oh, Mr. Head in the clouds, oh yeah, it's gonna be okay, okay, okay. You can come back down, it's gonna be okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Brother, your guitar sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
And I could hear that song on the radio.
Aw, thank you.
Absolutely. That's a great song. You'll never hear this one on the radio. This is my third of the locally infused songs. So I wrote this one about a mile west of here. In the new, Brentwood has a new park. It's called Brentwood Park, which is just south of Manchester between Hanley and Brentwood Boulevard. Stu and Nancy Clark are here from Brentwood. They know all about it. They brought 10 people tonight, Stu and Nancy. Thank you. It's a part of the multi-million dollar flood mitigation program on Deer Creek, and they created this incredible park with a big lake and a play area that has to be seen to be believed. And there's paths, and I love it. And there's a tunnel under Manchester. We can walk to it from our house. I can ride my bike through there. But there's something in the park that really, really pisses me off. And that's what this song is about. It's called Oh Canada. My grandpa was born up in Quebec, moved the family to Vermont, made a farm, he was the best. His name was Ernest. I only mention that because it rhymes with the best. It has nothing to do with the song. My dad talked French, that was cool. Didn't learn English until he went to school. That's true, by the way. So Canada is running in my veins. You can tell by the French in my name. They gave us Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, and Neil Young. Don't forget hockey, that's number one. Oh, but Canada, there's something you should know. There's something of yours down here that's got to go. It's driving us insane, won't you please? Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. This honking and this hissing and this crapping's got to cease. Come and get your birds, give us Yanks some peace. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. Now when I was young, they were rare. Folks would point and say, hey, look, there's geese over there. Don't you love the way they fly in a big V? Well, that was then, this is now. These geese today are pooping more than Grandpa's milk cow. Have you ever seen a cow poop? It's a lot of poop. I know they mate for life. Yeah, that's sweet. But that just means a lot of baby goose poop at our feet. Their appetite for love just can't be tamed. Even put our frisky rabbits to baby making shame. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. This honking and this hissing and this crapping's got to cease. Come and get your birds, give us Yanks some peace. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. Now, if you still don't understand, here's the scoop. We're tired of dancing round this runny goose poop. Can't even see the sidewalk for all the turds. Oh, Canada, come and get your birds. I'm vegetarian, I am. Don't hunt, don't have a gun. The mere idea of killing wildlife makes me come undone. But you know there are exceptions to every rule. So if that's what it takes, well, okay, that's cool. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. This honking and this hissing and this crapping's got to cease. Come and get your birds, give us Yanks some peace. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. Now you may think this is just a silly song, but I ain't laughing. This has gone on far too long. Every time I take a walk in the park, I curse Noah for letting those geese up in the ark. Oh, Canada, last time, come and get your geese. This honking and this hissing and this crapping's got to cease. Come and get your birds, give us Yanks some peace. Oh, Canada, come and get your geese. Show a little mercy to the red, white, and blue. We're drowning down here in a river of goose poo. Thank you. I always like to explain when I play that I didn't know this until I wrote this song and did some research on this. The Canada in Canada geese, you guys know this? Has nothing to do with Canada. It's a Latin term that means something entirely different from. Yeah, they are not from Canada.
That's
They're
riveting.
native. They're in Canada.
What does Canada mean?
I don't know what it means. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but it's probably some guy's name or something. But so they're native to North America and Canada. They did not. All my life, I thought they came down here and invaded, but they didn't. All right.
Am I the last before the break?
Yes, you
Think
are.
so.
Okay, well, I'm going to take this opportunity to direct your attention back there. Steve, you have some stuff for sale. back
Believe it or
there,
not,
right?
I still have CDs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Steve has some CDs, and then I've got some booklets, well, little books of my some short stories and poetry and song lyrics that I bound them myself. So they're homemade. There's only 10 of them. And I've also got a mask back there. I'm an artist, aside from doing this. So I've got a mask. And
Your
I've got
songs are art.
thank you.
Yes.
And a little painting of an orange. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, everything is $10. So, so this last song is for this set is called. Yeah, what are you undercutting? This last song is called "Mary Had a Billy Goat," which is based off of an old folk song called, I'm pretty sure it's called Mary Had a Billy Goat. But I kind of I took the first two lines of this song and I kind of went my own way with it. So this is Mary Had a Billy Goat. Mary had a billy goat, his stomach lined with zinc. She turned him inside out and used his stomach for a sink. Billy didn't act upset, but that's no way to treat a pet. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, oh, by God, by galloping golly. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, she's gonna get what comes around. Dr. Tuggle dug a hole and found a well of ink. And what did he do? He filled 1,000,000 bottles and he sold it as a drink. No one seems to mind the fact that all their tongues are turning black. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, oh, by God, by galloping golly. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, he's gonna get what comes around. He's gonna get what comes around. Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on an ass. Curious. He stuck a nozzle in its mouth and filled it up with gas. He gets to where he's going quick, but that poor donkey sure looks sick. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, oh, by God, by galloping golly. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, he's gonna get what comes around. He's gonna get what comes around. Now Billy took his merry maiden to the bridal suite. When he removed her slippers, she had feather duster feet. Now that's an unexpected perk. He put his maiden straight to work. He said, walk over there. Now walk over here. Bill and I are partners on a demolition crew, and Bill takes all the credit for the damage that I do. He gets praise, I get sore. He gets raises, I stay poor. Poor me. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, oh, by God, by galloping golly. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, he's gonna get what comes around. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, oh, by God, by galloping golly. Hey, dilly, ho, dolly, he's gonna get what comes around. He's gonna get what comes around.
Beautiful.
On that note, we'll see you after a brief intermission.
All right. Welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half of the show. Back to the light. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Hey, this has been a great show so far. Thank you all for coming tonight. These guys are incredible. These are really, really talented individuals. I'm just going to get back to the music. Thank you all again for coming. Enjoy the rest of the show. Boys, take it over.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did that.
If it makes you feel any better, I straight up just dumped a whole stag as I was putting stags on the stage earlier, before we even started. Yeah, so you're not the first.
I don't know if I would have admitted that.
No.
It feels very authentic up here.
Yeah, yeah.
It smells authentic.
So there's a lot of guitars here tonight. Figured I shouldn't be left out. Here's one that I recorded a while back here in this room, specifically in 2020 when no one knew what to do other than record someone at a really long distance. A fella named Big John Atkinson from Big Tone Records came up here. He has recorded several artists. One of the locals that he recorded recently, whose record I was on, that would have really come out to a lot of fanfare if it wouldn't have been 2020, was Miss Jubilee and her Yes Yes Boys. Yeah. It's a good record. But then he came up here and did a lot of field recording style stuff in this room, and I did some of that. Hasn't seen the light of day yet. My fault. But it will eventually. If you don't know Big John and Big Tone Records yet, I think you surely will when John Tavius Willis' new record comes out, because damn, it's a good blues record. Yeah. And he will be up here end of March, I believe. I think it's the 30th, a Saturday in March. A performer worth seeing now, because people already complain about our ticket prices. They don't know what's in store. If you only loved me, then I would be the light, at the end of the tunnel for you. Yes, if you only loved me, then I would be the light at the end of the tunnel for you. Keep those lamps a-burning, keep those lamps a-burning. If you only loved me, then I would be the light at the end of the tunnel for you. If you only loved me, then I could be the ship sailing over the horizon to you. Yeah, if you only loved me, then I could be that ship sailing over the horizon to you. Keep those sails a-flying, keep those sails a-flying. If you only loved me, then I could be that ship sailing over the horizon to you. If you only loved me, then I would be the flower that would bloom in the springtime for you. Yes, if you only loved me, then I could be the flower that would bloom in the springtime for you. Keep those blossoms growing, keep those blossoms glowing. If you only loved me, then I could be the flower that would bloom every springtime for you. If you only loved me, then I could be the ship that would sail over the horizon to you. And if you only loved me, then I could be the light at the end of the tunnel for you.
That's good. Well, I have an anti-love song, if that's all right. So, humorous story about this song. It's called "Going Down Alone." It was one of those days that I think that songwriters have, where you just kind of wake up and there's a song in your brain. You're like, oh shoot, I got to run to my guitar. I got to knock it out. And so I feel half an hour I wrote this song, and I was so proud of it. So of course I hit up the person I'm most excited to share my songs with, and that's my wife, Brittany, who's over there. And I recorded it and I sent it to her, and I just realized it was Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, babe, this has nothing to do with us.
Yes.
This is not about us. This is just a song that came into my brain that just happened. And so I quickly wrote a love song to her. It was not near as good. But it's still, hey, intention is everything. So I wasn't going to play this song because I'm kind of going through some allergy stuff. But I don't know. I really wanted to share it, so I will. Swear I see how it ends for you and me. Call it a premonition, whatever that means. Said we'd go for the long haul. How could we know that you'd be better off swimming it alone? What's the point of saving a sinking ship? I ain't getting out alive.
Say that the captain goes down with it, baby starts swimming while there's still time. Going down alone. Oh, I am going down alone. And it's not like I don't love you, you know I do. But these sails that carried us through are all coming loose. And I've seen it for a while now, so got to work and figured out a way that you could survive. So jump on the slide boat, don't look back, swear I hear sounds of thunder and lightning. Hey, what's the point of saving a sinking ship? I ain't getting out alive. Say that the captain goes down with it, baby starts swimming while there's still time, and I can swim my way to dry land. Best move on with that tide. Oh, and I can mend these cracks to damage. Baby, start swimming while there's still time. Going down low. Oh, I am going down low. Of a deep dark sea. Oh, that water crashing all around me. Oh, and I swear that you grabbed my hand as I was going in deep. Right before I closed my eyes, what a sight say. Ship, I ain't getting out alive. Say that the captain goes down with it, baby starts swimming while there's still time, and I can swim my way to dry land. Best move on with the tide. Oh, and I can mend these cracks to damage. Baby starts swimming while there's still time. Down low. Oh, I am going down low. Going down low. Going down low. Thank you.
So you should try singing that next time with a little feeling.
Yeah.
That was good. That was nice.
Just a little bit. I'll try better.
All right, this is my newest song. I wrote this around Christmas or a week after or so. The week before Christmas, we had our two grandchildren over, 8 and 4, to help us trim the trees. And after we got the tree up, my wife was in another room with the 4-year-old. I was in the living room with the 8-year-old. And I'm looking, and he just comes charging at me and jumps up, throws his arm around me, which he does sometimes. And I just went, oh, I go, Grayson, you're getting so big. It's getting hard for me to carry you. And without skipping a beat, he whispered something right here in my ear that blew me away, and that led to this song. I used to bounce you on my knee, pick you up so you could see, ride my shoulders from sun up to sundown, toss you in the air like your mama didn't care, grab you by the arms and swing you all around, 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 around. Oh, but that was long ago, how the days they come and go, and you keep growing like some kind of weed. I said, you're so big and tall, can hardly carry you at all. That's when you jumped into my arms and said to me, I'll never be too heavy for you to hold me. I could grow to 6'3", but I will never, ever be too heavy for you to hold me. No, I'll never be. Grandpa, are you listening to me? I could grow to 6'3", but I will never, ever be too heavy for you to hold me. Those words hit me like a brick and like some kind of magic trick. They kept swirling round and round in my head. When I finally came around, set you down on the ground, took your hands, this is what I said. I'll never be too old for you to hold me. I could be 103, but I will never, ever be too old for you to hold me. No, I'll never be. My sweet boy, are you listening to me? I could be 103, but I will never, ever be too old for you to hold me. The stars could fall down, the world stopped spinning round, but nothing will change for you and me, 'cause we'll always be holding up each other faithfully. Young or old, big or small, makes no difference at all. I'll hold you and you can hold me. Young or old, big or small, makes no difference at all. I'll hold you and you can hold me. Thank you.
This is great picking.
Thank
nice
you.
Picking. Okay, we're going back to organ world. Everyone's favorite amusement park.
Sounds radical.
Let's go.
This next song, I really don't have too much to say about it, except I was really obsessed with the song Mersey Dotes when I wrote it. So maybe that'll come through. But it's kind of, it's a bit of a nonsense song. Lots of non sequiturs and odd imagery and things of that nature. And it begins ominously.
Set the scene.
Spring is broken now, we wish to fell the holly tree. Send a soda out them fishing clad in dungaree. Down the branch and up the knee high and volley free. Maybe Mr. Mystic has a magic stick of chalk. He'll draw us up a talking pomegranate on a stalk. He can draw the honey from a red Hawaiian rock. We can draw the honey from a red Hawaiian rock. You be a janissary, she's the Sultan's wife. You get a little jealous, you take the Sultan's life. Grab the royal turban and you stow the knife away. Leaning for a kiss and it's a royal wedding day. That little kid is funny at the bait and tackle store, jumping on the jetsam of a sunken man-o'-war. Would that you could join him on a pirate's holiday, pillaging up from Kittery to Passamaquoddy Bay. And when we get to winter, tell me what will happen to the spider in the window and the snake in the canoe. Be honest, Mr. Mystic, does anybody know? Yes, everything is priced to sell, everything must go. You be a janissary, she's the Sultan's wife. You get a little jealous, you take the Sultan's life. Grab the royal turban and you stow the knife away. Leaning for a kiss and it's a royal wedding day. A silver whisker on the razor gave our pop a snowy dream, and he couldn't shake the shiver, so he boiled the shaving cream. Weep, you pitiful rains along the Colorado Trail. We used to get the milk, and now we only get the mail. Holly fell against a burly oak and broke apart. She let the lucky lumberjack behold her ruby heart. He picked it up and pinned it to the pocket of his shirt, and lowly genuflected on the double in the dirt. My mother is suspicious as a rotten fish is foul. She washes paper dishes, reuses paper towels. But I caught her in the garden with the rusty snickersnee, attacking the gazebo where the holly used to be.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was called, I didn't actually introduce the title of the song. It's called The Springtime Felling of the Maine Holly. There you have it.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, right. It's in the book. The lyrics are in that booklet that I printed up, so anyone who already got it, you could have followed along.
Well, I was debating sad one with singing or sad one without singing. I think I'm going to go with without singing. That sad story, then. So, one of the many friends of mine that passed recently, Tom Coghill, the owner of Iron Barley, went down a few years ago, and he was definitely a pillar in the food scene and the bar scene, but also in the music scene. He had a lot of, up and coming acts there at the Iron Barley, and then had a lot of people like Fred Friction that are still just hanging around. And he did the Rezo Fest for several years, which we just brought back this year, last Sunday. Me and Shane were there doing that. But when Tom Coghill passed, it was brought to attention that he just really loved Guinness and the whole Irish ethos, and so I figured a fiddle tune would be a proper send off. So this is one that is on the new Goldenrods record called Coghill's Iron.
So you wrote that one, huh?
Yes.
Very nice. Sounds like traditional tune.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Maybe I'm older than you think.
Sorry, put new strings on the guitar. Takes a little second. They're also just adjusting. So it's a fairly new one I wrote called Firestarter. Yeah, it was one of those the songs that just kind of come to you, you know, just kind of out of the blue. But I hope you guys like it. Oh, my soul is on fire. Someone put me out, or I am bound to burn brighter and brighter. Rising up just like a lighter. You never know when you'll go and figure it out before I'm old. Today is the day I have made the decision to live. I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn about your expectations of me. When the man comes round, I will take a bow. Have I been the best me that I could be? And without one last breath, I will play it back. Am I proud of the vision that I see? For all we know, this is all for nothing, so let go. Making life worth something. It's out of high water, so you might as well burn brighter. You fire starter. Oh, you hopeless and abandoned. Won't you lift your head and let the travel lead us through the canyons? See, the winter's gonna end, so you'll be glad you went through hell and back. You have the souls to make it through. Today is the day I have made the decision to live. I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn about your expectations of me. 'Cause when the man comes around, I will take it back. Have I been the best me that I could be? And without one last breath, I will play it back. Am I proud of the vision that I see? For all we know, this is all for nothing, so let go. Making life worth something. It's out of high water, so you might as well burn brighter. You fire starter. Won't you say sorry for being me? Way about for all to see. Took me long enough to find the raging fire that lives inside. Jack be humble, Jack be sweet. Jack live life upon that leash. What if he could break these chains? Find that life is his to make. We all died on by that light. We chased them down to send some light. We got from the start. The makings from the sparklers when the man comes around. I will take a bow. Have I been the best me that I could be? And without one last breath, I will play it back. Am I proud of the vision that I see? For all we know, this is all for nothing, so let go. Making life worth something. It's out of high water, so you might as well burn brighter. Oh, it's either hell or high water, so you might as well burn brighter. Oh, you fire starter. Oh, you fire starter. Thank you.
Sweet. Well, it's our last one. last round. I mean, yes, I want to thank John and the Focal Point, and especially the sound and the video people back there. Wonderful job. Thank you so much. And especially, one more time, give yourselves a big round of applause, because you guys were great. I mean, we were hoping to have a good turnout tonight, and it was, awesome. And it's very hard to really adequately explain what this means to a singer-songwriter to have people just sit there and listen like this. Very special. And that's kind of what this last song is about. It's a really cool, long story behind this song, which I'm not going to tell. It's too dang long. I'm just going to say that I wrote this after some really good things happened with me and my songwriting and all that, and I had a really great gig shortly after all that, and was breaking down and saw this life-size photo on the wall at the place where I was playing of a person who I think, more than any other artist out there, is responsible, who paved the way for us to be able to do what we do. And so this song is kind of a thank you to him. So I want to dedicate it to you three guys and all of my songwriter friends over there who turned out in legion. There's so many incredible songwriters sitting right over here. My brother's a great songwriter. There's some others back there. And Emily is a good songwriter, just showed up at Open Mic a while ago. And Emily, you don't get the prize anymore for the longest trip because my buddy Tim came all the way from Farmington. Thank you, Tim. So this is called In the Spotlight. I think most of you will understand who it's about, and if not, I'll say at the end. Here I am on the stage in the spotlight. Play guitar, sing a song just for you. Sometimes I can't believe you're clapping there for me as I stumble through another tune. Try to find the perfect rhyme, searching for a magic melody. Load 'em up, load 'em in, time to take the stage again. Tune it up, check 1, 2, here we go. Another night, another show. I just want you to know that I'd play for you all night long. Sing my songs on and on till they close if you want me to. It's late, time to go. Thanks for coming, please drive slow. Don't forget to tip your server well. Time to break it down, this one is done. Oh, I am the lucky one, thanks to the man you know so very well. How did I come to be the one you hear, the one you see? The answer is blowing in the wind. I wouldn't be here today if he didn't show the way. I owe it all to Mr. Zimmerman. I wouldn't be here today if he never showed the way. I owe it all to Mr. Zimmerman. I'm in debt to you, Bobby Zimmerman. So I'm guessing everybody knows who that is. Bobby Zimmerman, right? Bob Dylan. And I think he's the guy who basically made it okay for you not to be all that good at singing, playing, and if you could just write. Thanks again for coming out tonight, really.
Well, I I guess that was it. Thank you. No. I guess I get the privilege of ending this thing.
Yes, you
so,
do.
maybe I just won't introduce it. I'll just start this. Actually, I will say this. I wrote this song intending it to be kind of like it was me fantasizing about being one of the Mills brothers, or in the Ink Spots or something.
I love the Mills Brothers.
Me too.
Yes, I do.
I'm occupied by the thought of an entree and a side. I'm getting misty-eyed thinking about eating. That's a fantasy I could live in indefinitely. Don't try to talk to me. I'm thinking about eating. Don't bother to repeat yourself. You only keep me waiting. Say, you look like you could use a bite to eat yourself. The way you're salivating, I'm battered and fried. I've got a headache and a pain in my side. If I don't make it, you could say that I died thinking about eating. Don't bother to repeat yourself. You only keep me waiting. Say, you look like you could use a bite to eat yourself. The way you're salivating, I'm occupied by the thought of an entree and a side. I'm getting misty-eyed thinking about eating. Thank you. Now you're all free to go eat.
Yes.
You're free.
Hey, you're awesome. Give it up for John Garbo!